When we say Darul Krishna, it's mean the house of miracles. So whenever people ask us, we are living in Darul Krishna, and even maybe with love, they said, yes, these sisters are doing miracles. No? So I feel so happy that really we are doing the miracles.
Sometimes miracles are done, really. When they come so furious, they don't want to eat, they don't want to speak to us. Sorry, they speak like this to us. They see us strange people, and after they become so mild. It's a miracle. Who made them so mild? Who taught them so mild? Understand? So we call it house of miracles.
When people come here, we find them in really mentally disturbed, and slowly as we start loving them, then we give them the medicine also. So slowly they start finding their place.
This work, I think we are really doing the miracles if really we are doing it from our hearts. So it is a house for the destitute.
Though they are not fully cured, but we can feel 70 or 80% improvements in their behavior. That sometimes they come in the beginning here and they are just shouting, they don't listen to anyone, but after some time, as the atmosphere is, then slowly they start greeting with each other, they start mixing with each other, then they give us a helping hand also in the kitchen, for the cleaning, for the washing of the clothes, washing the patients also.
We have two parts, one male and female, and in both sides we don't have a limit of religion. We accept each and everyone.
On this side there are 33 men, and on the other side there are about 45 women. Majority are Pakistani, but one or two, there is one Afghani also. There was one or two Indians also. We don't know how did they come here, because we took them from the prison here. They were mentally retired and they couldn't keep them in the prison, so they sent them here.
Sometimes they bring them from the street, some people, policemen bring them, other neighbors. Sometimes they are locked in a house screaming and the neighbors break in and bring them.
Some of them are that their families brought them here. But many of the cases are here. Once they came here, we told the family that you must come once a month to visit them. But the majority is like this, that once the families brought them here, now they don't care for them at all.
It's very hard for us also, with the very sadness I am saying that once they leave them here, they don't come until we call them again and again and remind them.
Up to this morning we were calling. We said if you don't come and see him or take him, we'll send him by police at your home. I have the addresses, no?
They do, Miss Home. Then we call their families, and sometimes they are all busy in their own work. They don't have time for these people, so they know they are here, they are in good hands, they are taken well care of them, so they don't feel to come even.
So sometimes even they themselves express that we want to go home, but the families really, once they put them here, they totally forget that they have their loved one, their dear ones. No, then they said, okay, we just we don't have any burden on us, so they just leave them here.
when they cry that we want to see our families, then we feel very sorry and we call the families. And sometimes if the families don't come, then we ourselves accompany them to home. Sometimes they won't eat. Sometimes if you give them a glass of water, they will just throw it like this to show their anger.
And we also feel pity on them. And when they ask us about their family, about their brothers and sisters, they express strongly sometimes.
And they curse their relatives. They curse them. Because they throw them here and they don't come to see them.
And we stress on it. When they come to us, we stress on it that at least once a month, but they don't come. They maybe come after 5 years.
We keep them here, and most of the time we never come to know about their families or someone related to them. So they live years and years with us, and even when they die, we have to think for their burial also.
I can say that the family shouldn't do like that, and they should keep relations with them. And I think it is also put impact in their life also, because when they don't see their family, they may keep thinking and they put more burden on their mind.
When they are really homesick, they get sick also then. And then we feel sorry for them, because for us they are like children. Their mentally IQ is very, very low. So if we tell them don't go in the sun, they won't go. But if we don't stop them all the day long, they will keep on going in the sun, because they don't understand how the sun can harm them.
For instance, one of them is always crying to go home. Just now he came. I told him, no, brother, you will go, you'll contact your brother. And tomorrow I'll tell him the same thing. He forgets what I told you today. I repeat the same. You should not be impatient. Big patience in me. There is patience and love. We give them medicine twice a day, but the greatest medicine is love.
When it was the occasion of Mother's Day, the boy felt that this is Mother's Day, his own mother is quite far, so he must sing something for Ammaji. So we came in the evening, this side to give the medicine. He was asking us, sister, where is Ammaji? We said, why are you asking for Ammaji? He said, this is Mother's Day, so I have to prepare a song for Ammaji and I would like to sing for her.
मैं कभी घबराता नहीं, पर अंधेरे से डरता हूँ मैं माँ। यूँ तो मैं घबराता नहीं, तेरी परवाह करता हूँ मैं माँ। तुझे सब है पता मेरी माँ। ये सॉन्ग है मामा सोच के मामा ने मदर डे पे हर बंदा अपनी मदर को कुछ ना कुछ तो डेडिकेट करता है। एक विश होती है कि आई लव यू मामा, लव यू मदर।
If you are organized, you can manage. If you are not organized, you can't manage. So if I know that today 3 of them are furious, if I know that 3 of them are angry today, aggressive, I try to be more pitiful towards them. I pet them more. If I have some sweets, I tell you, I brought you something today. Like children, exactly. And you win them over.
I see them if they are feeling well or not. If they don't feel well, then I take their BP, I check their temperature, then I give them the medicine accordingly what they need.
We take them also to the mental hospital every 15 days. Those whom we see aggressive or becoming aggressive, we take them. There are 4 professors, and they check them, and they give us medicines.
We tell them about their situations, so according to their descriptions, we give them the medicine.
We have to pay everything. When we give drips, when we give small tests, MRI, CT scan, we pay everything. They have nobody. Most of them are Lagaris. Nobody knows them. Some of them we give the names.
For us, it's very difficult to maintain. It's a big institute because of the First of all, the first things we use so much electricity, then gas, then food also.
No. Nobody. None of the NGOs, none of the governmental institutes, none of the registered institutes, nobody helps us.
Since I am also the accountant of the institute, I know really how much monthly we spend the money.
It's not that we never go to the government. We have been to the different offices and we have asked them to help us. But we never get any satisfaction or any positive answer.
We have been meeting people, parliamentary people, for these roads, horrible roads, no? Everybody, a lot of words, promises, and everything falls to the ground, nothing.
We are not helped by the government at all. The order helps us, and above that there are many people, generous-hearted people, whoever comes here, then once they see the situation, the way we help these people, the way we work with these people, then they help us.
There are some Muslim fellows, they are helping us. Then there are some Christian families. They come, sometimes they give us the money, but sometimes they give the things also.
The political situation in Pakistan is, for that thing, government don't take a lot of interest in such kind of things.
The government should think that these are also citizens. These are people who should be cared for. Not only the rich ones, these are also human beings. And he should issue some certain rules for them, help at least for them. They are his people.
We who are capable to understand everything, we should not look down at these people. We should give them this equal rights as we want that the society accepts us. We should accept these people also in the same manners.
Mostly we are helping them to develop their human dignity. Because for us, we can feed them and we can do so many things. But if we don't give them the dignity as a human being, then our mission is nothing.
These people are human beings. These people need love. And if possible, if in the families there are these kind of people, if it is possible, keep them at home. Because they find their rest and relaxation at home, even if they give you trouble. Sometimes they do take them for 2 days. Sister, they drove us mad. We say they have been with us years, night and day, and we didn't become mad, and you became mad in 2 days, and they are your blood. They should love them. And know that they are human beings. They are worthy of dignity. This is the dignity of the person. This is to give them the dignity required. Yes, that's essential.